Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Thursday afternoon, only here on YouTube. Want to welcome you to the December 28th, 2023 afternoon show as we continue here with the 1957 countdown of RELIC Records accumulated this great list of songs as voted by collectors. And I opened up with a cool instrumental there from 1957, actually released in March of 1957. A pianist from the state of Georgia. His real name was Willie Lee Perryman. He was born October 19th, 1911, began recording in clubs back in 1934. Then in 1936, he was billed as Piano Red, began recording for RCA Records, I think going way back to like 1950. Tons of releases on the RCA label. Then I think I have some of his on the Groove subsidiary. This side was on RCA, a song he wrote called Wildfire from March 1957 on RCA Records. Mr. Piano Red to open up the show this afternoon. So stick around till 3:30 or so as we continue with the countdown here. We left off last Thursday at number 459, a cool tune by Tony Middleton and the Willows on the El Dorado label called Open My Heart. That received, I think, 6 points. It was a one-person voted for that one. Now, the next 16 songs on the survey through number 480 received one vote at the number 15th, their 15th selection, let's say, of the 20 that they sent in. And we'll start it off here at number 494. This is a girl group trio out of Newark, New Jersey, which included Gwen Brooks and two sisters by the name of Alma and Lucille Beatty. And collectively, they were known first with their first release as the Playmates, with their first single that came out on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records. But then they were forced to change their name, of course, by an existing group already. Morris Levy was recording on Roulette Records, a male trio called the Playmates. So they changed their name. I guess Herman Lubinsky says, I don't want to deal with Morris Levy, so let's change the name of the group. So they became the Three Playmates on their next two releases. So this, in essence, is their second of three on the Savoy record label, coming in at number 494. We begin the countdown, December 57. The Three Playmates on Savoy. It's called Lovey Dovey Pair.
But of course I didn't care, because my man was there. Oh, he took me by the hand. It was very, very grand. He's the sweetest in the world, and I'm a happy girl. We are such a lonely dovey pair. You couldn't find a greater love nowhere. We see each other each and every night, and we love
Those are the Three Playmates. That's their second of three on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records December 1957 release. Lovey-Dovey Pair is the name of the tune. If you're new to the program, you're seeing Johnny G for the first time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell to get notifications. Tell your friends about it. Really, I had received an email. Remember I told you about the November 25th show, how they blocked it, and all these people were in an uproar. They couldn't see the show. Well, it's up now. They sent Johnny G an email the other day. They said that the copyright owners had 30 days to respond to that record that they said I played by Earl Grant, The End, in Italian. That was wrong, of course. So they said that they released the video. Of course, they still didn't let it play because they said I played a Tony Sheridan and the Beatles record. So I had to unfortunately mute that song. So it's now posted up there. So if you want to go back and look at that video, it's the November 25th, 50s and early 60s show. It is up there on the archive site. So I have to deal with these people this way. It's unfortunate, but let's continue here. And here's a flip side of entry number 527. We go to Beat Castlin's Hull record label. It featured a group called The Sparks with the Jump Side. Their first of two on Hull. It was called Run, Run, Run. It was featuring the bass lead of the group, Will Vasson. The flip is a cover of an old Irish folk song done by so many through the years. And this side features Joel Allen on lead. Let's go to April of 1957. Coming in at number 493. Here are The Sparks. The Sparks on Hull. And their rendition of the tune, Danny Boy.
Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and round the mountain side. Summer is gone and all the roses dying. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But coming back when the summer's in the veins, when all the valleys look wet with snow, then you will hear to tell me that you love me, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. Then you will hear to tell me that you love me, Danny boy. I love you so. Love you, love you, love you, love you so.
Yes, coming in at number 493 on the survey from April 1957, those are the Sparks on Hull with Joel Allen on lead. Their rendition of the tune, excuse me, Danny Boy, not an easy record to find, and I wish mine was in better condition. It's okay, it's a nice VG. That Spence Wooten brought it up to me here at the house one afternoon a long time ago, and I said, well, I don't have that, Spence, so I ended up buying it at a decent price on it, but it was not cheap, I can tell you that much. Johnny G here on a Thursday. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about it. We do it every Thursday from 1 p.m. Eastern Time till about 3:30. We're doing the countdown here. Let's go to entry number 492 now by this group from Ayer, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ayer, Ayer, Massachusetts. Now, the A side of this 45 was first issued earlier in the year 1957, came out on a label called Monarch Records, as done by Bob Silva and the Silvatones. The song, the A-side of the 45, was called That's All I Want From You. Now, the song started to take off, I think, locally, and they would work out a deal with Argo Records. Leonard Chess has done it before with Hull Records and also with B. Caslin and Mascot Records, etc., to distribute records nationally. But the group re-recorded the song, and they sounded more polished on the Argo release. And Argo distributed it nationally, but they used a different flip, not the original flip that was on the true first press on Monarch. And it features Bob Silva on lead, and it comes in at number 492. September 57, the Silvatones on Argo Records. It's called Roses Are Blooming, number 492.
Blooming, come back, a little darling, come back, a little darling, and evermore on. Robins are singing and the church bells are ringing. Roses are blooming, come home. I miss my darling since you went away. So I keep on hoping that you will remember, that you will remember of me. The bright moon was shining the night that I held you and I kissed you and called you my own. With sweet and tender I said that you love me, my darling, but come home. Roses are blooming, come back a little darling, come back a little darling, wherever you roam. Robins are singing and the church bells are ringing. Roses are blooming, come home.
There you go. That's for Ed Pauley. That record's you, Ed Pauley. There you go. The Silvatones with a B-side coming in at number 492 from September 1957. Featured it on the Argo record label, Roses Are Blooming. Now, this record was released, I think, locally in Massachusetts on the Black Monarch label and used the same Argo number. And they used number 5281. But, of course, the flip side was the A-side that was played on the radio. We continue here with the countdown from 1957, all records as voted by collectors from 1957. Entry number 491 as we go to Philadelphia for this group. They did two on George Goldner's End record label. This was their first, a song co-written by the lead singer of the group, his name Ronald Jones, but recording as Ronnie Jones along with his classmates. This is on the black and silver print End label. That is the true first press. Let's go to August of 1957 at number 491. Ronnie Jones and the Classmates. It's called Little Girl Next Door. Entry 491 on the survey. That's Ronnie Jones and the Classmates. That's their debut single on George Goldner's N Records. Little Girl Next Door is the name of the tune. That one there from August of 1957. John G's got to say something here. It was a, it's the record collecting hobby is not really a big. Well, it is a big hobby, I should say, but there's not that many people that are in the spotlight of collecting that have been, I guess we'll call them super collectors possibly. And we recently lost, earlier in the year, Greg Surik, who was a good friend of mine, used to supply me with a whole lot of records, things that I didn't even know even existed. He was the one that was out there searching for these things. And another big record collector has since recently passed away, and it was very sad. Pete Yaffe passed away, a big collector for many years, and I heard about it. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say anything over the air because I didn't know what state he was in, and I was hearing information from various people, and then when I saw that They took him out of this coma to say goodbye to his brother. Very sad ending for Pete. And I knew Pete going back to when I was a young collector, because I used to go to all the record shows, and I think I told you the story about Mike and Carol Demersion when they came to the county center. I wasn't a big flashy collector, not that I had the money to buy a lot of these records, and I used to write into some of the shows and listen and become educated on the music. But what happened was I would go to this show in the county center, and I'd bring my checkbook with me. Nobody knew who I was, but I bought all these records from Mike, and I got to know him real well. So then he asked me, he said, well, do you know the Yaffe boys? And I didn't know them. I didn't. It was Mike that introduced me to Pete at one of the shows. And when Pete used to go to the Arbutus show with his brother, he used to pass by Terrytown. And Mike and Carol would stop in, and because Carol would go to church at the Immaculate Conception, and Mike would bring boxes of records for me to look at here in the house. So I'd be looking through all these 45s. He'd be conversing with my mother. I would drop Carol off at the Immaculate Conception in North Terrytown, and Pete would be sometimes come up with his brother, and they had all these conversations with my parents. So they were all here, and then they would all drive down to Arbutus. And a couple times when Pete would come by, he would stop here. So for many years, I used to call me on the phone. We used to talk about the New England Patriots. He'd ask me if I got any rare records in my collection, and I would tell him, and he would say, "Oh, I have that," or "I need that." And when he was here a couple times, I showed him the boxes, but it was such a terrible thing to hear that he passed away, because he was pretty much a private guy, but he would call me all the time. He'd just call me up out of the blue. "John, how you doing? How are your parents doing? I want to talk to your mom." So he was just an overall nice guy, and he's sorely going to be missed, and he had a great record collection. And I just needed to say something about Pete, because I will miss him, as I do miss Greg, as I do miss Spence, as I miss all these people that were part of this collecting hobby that we've been dealing with. But as we get older and we deal with these things in life, and dealing with things that sometimes are very hard to. So, and I wanted him to come up here to be a guest collector here at the show, because he knew how to get here. And I said, "Pete, well, when the weather gets nice, you can come up as a guest collector." And he fell. I met him for dinner. He stayed at the Sheraton here in Terrytown, and he was going to Greg's wake. So I met him and his brother at the lobby, and I said, "Well, let me get the car, and we'll go out to dinner somewhere." So when I turned the car around, there he was laying on the floor. I said, "Pete, you okay?" Banged his head. And I said, "Pete, you can't use the cane. You need to use the walker." A moot point now, but a very sad thing. And may he rest in peace, Pete Yaffe. But he will always be remembered. But anyway, I needed to say that. But let's continue here as we continue with the music. I try to keep it alive here as we continue on our journeys here. Coming in at number 490, this group from Springfield, Missouri. At one time, this 45 was a pretty rare record to find, but someone, I think, located copies of this, or there were copies that were pressed up that made this record not so expensive as it used to be. And it's on Earl Barton's Future label, which is out of Batesville, Arkansas. Now, this is the intended A-side of the 45. Now, this group included Homer Boyd, George Culp, James Logan, Chuck Rice, and the lead singer who wrote this song. His name is Elbridge Moss. And collectively, they were known as the Philharmonics. We heard the B-side of this at number 539, their rendition of Why Don't You Write Me? But here is the intended A-side coming in at number 490 from December of 57, the Philharmonics on the Future label. I think Jimmy Amato requested this for the Saturday night show a few months ago. It's called Teen Town Hop at number 490.
I got my heart right down the shop. I got to meet my baby at the Teen Town Hop. Everybody rocking, so you know I'm hopping. I'm gonna get my baby and rock to the Teen Town Hop. Well, girls are wearing the sweat of the Levi jeans. Boys are wearing jackets and driving their machine. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. I'm gonna get my baby and rock to the Teen Town Hop. Rise up, this is only about 4 o'clock. I head for to spinning to the Teen Town Hop. Hey, little kittens, a hawk till the week. Everyone is learning to the dance, they call a chick. Ooh-wee, pretty baby. Ooh-wee, I'm gonna get my baby and rock to the Teen Town Hop. a dancer called a chicken trying to ooh, pretty baby. I'm gonna get my baby and rock to the tin dollar.
There you go, coming in at number 490 on the survey released in December of 57. Those are the Philharmonics. Philharmonics, Indrajit tells us that is a big record in the clubs, the dance clubs over in the UK. There you go, Teen Town Hop, the Philharmonics on the Future record label. Let's move to number 489. Now, many of you know this group from the Bronx, New York. At number 489, they were discovered by Don Carter. He was an agent for Don Robey's Duke Peacock labels, always looking for new talent in the big cities. That's how this group ended up on a Houston-based backbeat record label. The group's debut single, a song called Tell Me Why, would become their biggest hit, but this is the B-side of that 45, coming in at number 489, written by the second tenor of the group. His name is Andre Lilly, and also Don Carter penned this tune from September 57 at number 489. Norman Fox and the Rob Roys on Backbeat Records. The song is called Audrey.
Do you love me? Oh my girl, I love you so. I'm longing for you. You'll never know. Oh, be mine. Please be mine. Always and always. Stars in the sky are twinkling in your eyes. Please say that you love me. I love you. I love the way you walk and the way you talk always. Kiss you the way I kissed you last night. Oh, hear my story and be mine, always and always. Do
I love you. I need you. Oh, my darling. Please, please be mine. My love is just for you. Just for you to share. Please, please love me. 'Cause I love you.
Oh, oh, Audrey, I'll kiss you the way I'll kiss you last night. Oh, hear my story and be mine, always and always. Be mine always.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. You collectors have to play your B-sides. There's one thing my Aunt Mary taught me. She says, Johnny G, sometimes the flip sides are better than the A-sides. Yeah, but it's all on taste, of course. It was always fun to find that record out in the wild in a record box at a garage sale on the cheap. It's not an expensive record, but still a great two-sided 45 from September 57. Number 489, Norman Fox and the Rob Roys, the flip side of Tell Me Why. I'm Backbeat Records out of Houston. It's called Audrey. I'm sure the flip will be surfacing later on on the survey. Let's move to entry 488. This group from Cleveland, Ohio. The side that normally is played is the ballad side. At least that's what I bought the 45 for, a song called Please Come Back. It featured a very young Sonny Turner on lead. And those of you that know Sonny Turner, he would replace Tony Williams of the Platters. But the flip side, an up-tempo flip side, comes in at number 488, and it features a female lead. Her name is Lavinia Eaton, and she wrote this tune. Coming in at number 488, they're backed up by the Little Walkin' Willie Quartet. Let's go to February 57. Give a listen to the Metrotones. The Metrotones on reserve at number 488. It's called Skitter Scatter.
Well, what would you do if your baby left you alone? Well, now what would you do if your baby left you alone? You gon' skitter scatter with a wetter baby all night long. Well, what would you do if your baby walked out the door? Well, now what would you do if your baby walked out the door? You gon' whip me while it's living like a baby all night long. Well, what would you do if your baby came back home? Well, now what would you do if your baby came back home? You gon' scoochie, coochie, coochie, baby all night long. You gon' skitter scatter with a waddle, whippy woppy, slippy sloppy, baby all night long. You gon' whippy woppy, slippy sloppy, scoochie, coochie, 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 baby all night long. Well, that's what you do if your baby came back home. Oh! Well, here's what you do if your baby came back home. Well, now here's what you do if your baby came back home. You gon' skitter scatter with a wetter baby all night long.
There you go. There you go. Coming in at number 488, released in February 57, the Metrotones. It's on the Reserve record label. It's called Skitter Scatter. Lavinia Eaton, she wrote that tune. She's also the lead singer. Let's move to number 487, a very rare 45. This is on Steve Samuel's High Tone Records out of Harlem, New York. It was Spence that offered me this rare 45. It's by a group called The Lyrics, not associated with any other Lyrics group. Now, this was the group's only release, as both sides are excellent in my opinion, but this is the intended A-side, coming in at number 487. It's with Ray's Combo providing the instrumentation. This is a 1957 release on the High Tone label, The Lyrics. It's called I'm in Love.
Well, she's so sweet.
There you go. That's a rare 45. I'm lucky to have that on an original. I don't have the other one that makes the survey, but I have it on a boot. We're going to play two bootlegs on this show. I have everything else on original. I'm pretty sure I do, because I kind of really skimmed quickly over the list. But this is an original from 1957, a group called The Lyrics. It's on the High-Tone record label I'm in Love, a great up-tempo. I'm sure the flip side will make the survey later on, of course. They would back up another high-tone recording artist by the name of Georgia Harris, and she does a nice Christmas song called Let's Exchange Hearts for Christmas, and a great tune that she does. Speaking of Christmas, hopefully everybody had a great Christmas here, as Johnny G is looking for something here that I cannot find. I will find it as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We'll talk about Christmas after the next record here. But let's go to entry number 486. This singer from Barnwell, South Carolina, returns at number 489. We heard him earlier on the survey. We played his 9th of 19 releases on Sid Nathan's Federal label called That Dude It. That was his 9th release on Federal. Here is his 7th on Federal. It's a song he wrote. No mention of his vocal group, the Famous Flames, but they are backing him up on this, so they are uncredited. From April 57, let's give a listen to James Brown and the uncredited Famous Flames on the Federal label number 486. It's called Love. Did I get it right? Yeah. Love or a Game, number 486.
One of these days, you gonna miss me. So many ways, Lord have mercy. You gonna miss me. Show me, but your love, my love, will we compare? I wanna know, is it love? Is it a game? And if it's love, can I explain why they do, why they do, why they do?
There's one you don't hear often by James Brown. I would bet on that. That one there from April 1957. That's his 7th release on the Federal label. A song he wrote, Love or a Game, is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't playing any game here, just playing original vinyl 45s. Let's continue with the countdown here. Coming in at number 485 as we go to San Diego, California for this next group. This is the A side of their only release. Came out on Charlie Reynolds' Flash record label. Flash Records, based out of Los Angeles, California. Now, the lead singer on this, his name is Nip Roman. Nip Roman, he is on lead. We go to October of 1957. Let's give a listen to the Hornets. The Hornets on Flash. This is the intended A-side. It's called Tango Moon.
A tango moon dancing in the night. Oh, let me love you. Now the time is right. A tango moon up in the sky. The night is standing still, dear, just for you and I. Never let me go.
That's number 485 on the survey. Those are the Hornets out of San Diego, California. That side never gets played. It's the flip side that gets played. October 1957, but that's the A side. It's called Tango Moon. It's on Flash Records. Now, Nip Roman, he's the lead singer on that. Now, he had a solo release prior to a recording with the Hornets. Came out earlier in the year in July of 57, which I do have in the collection, but it's a solo effort with no group. But he does have another cool record from June of 63 on Sahara Records, a great two-sided 45. That is not an easy record to find. We got to say hi to Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. He is piping Johnny G in to his record shop, so we'll say hi to all the patrons in Big Dave Swinger's record shop there. Johnny G spinning original vinyl 45s. We do it every Thursday from 1 p.m. Eastern Time till about 3:30. We're counting down the 1957 RELIC Record Survey as voted by collectors. And the Flamingos come in at number 484. Now, after their contract expired with Checker Records sometime in March of 57, they signed with Decca. They figured it was the big time now, signing with a major label. But there was one problem with their signing, because Nate Nelson was still under contract with Checker Records. And he held a separate contract from the other guys. And Decca really didn't know at the time when they signed them. So Leonard Chess really gave Decca a hard time with promoting their records. As a result, none of their records were promoted properly, and therefore there was no chance of any of these records becoming hits. But they recorded about a dozen songs for Decca, which resulted in 5 releases, and none were promoted. But at this time, the lineup was Zeke Carey, Nate Nelson, Tommy Hunt, Terry Johnson, and Paul David Wilson. But the group's second of five comes in at number 484 on the survey. The tune written by Jesse Stone. It's arranged by Sid Bass, and it features Nate Nelson on lead. He gets a little help from Paul Wilson. Let's go to October of 1957 for the Flamingos on Decca. It's called My Faith in You, number 484.
My faith in you, I'll always keep within my heart. Love burns so deep where there is room for only you, and I am happy to feel your love is true. My faith in you. Sometimes it's strange when things go wrong. It just won't change. So what you say and what you do tells me how surely my world depends on you.
Temptation's hard to fight. I know you'll do what's right. You gave your guarantee that you'd save your love for me.
When I'm alone and feeling blue, though I'm without you, I'll have my faith in you.
My faith in you.
There you go. The Flamingos coming in at number 484. That is their, what did I say? That was their second, excuse me, of five on the Decca label, released in October of 1957. There you heard basically Nate Nelson on lead. The other voice you heard was Paul Wilson coming in at the end there. There you go, My Faith in You. Let's continue now on the survey as we head to Detroit, Michigan for this next group at number 483. Before I say that, I want to announce that I was looking for my notes here on this. This coming Sunday on the Rhythm and Blues group, Johnny G losing his mind here on WRHU when the Rhythm and Blues Serenade, as hosted by Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skagberg. They will be re-airing their Christmas special beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You can tune in on WRHU, which is 88.7 FM, or you can tune into the live stream at www.wrhu.org. That is this coming upcoming New Year's Eve, which will be Sunday, beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You can tune in to their Christmas special, will be re-aired. Last Sunday, they re-aired Bill Olb's Christmas special, as that was a great one too. So as we close out the holiday, well, I guess we say we close out the holiday season with the upcoming New Year. But I played some Christmas records last night. We'll see if I play some. It depends how many requests I get for Saturday night. But please tune in and support these shows. Now let's continue here as we go to Detroit, Michigan for this next group coming in at number 483. This group first recording as the Five Jets for Deluxe Records, and in late 1957 they teamed up with Berry Gordy Jr., who became their co-manager along with Billy Davis, and it was Berry Gordy that got them a deal with George Goldner. So they traveled to New York City and recorded 4 sides for Goldner, but they would change their name from the Five Jets to the Five Stars, and Goldner put out their first single on his Mark X record label, and the A-side comes in at number 483 on the survey. The song written by Berry Gordy Jr. and Tyran Carlo. Tyran Carlo is an alias for Billy Davis, who was their manager. It features Joe Murphy on lead. This charted number 20 if you were listening to WHIL in Boston, Massachusetts, a number 20 record on that station. So from November 57, here are the Five Stars on Mark X with their tune called Ooh Shucks at number 483.
Ooh, shucks, oh, Joe, and boo, one day it means ooh, shucks, I'll get you yet. Ooh, shucks, now, sweetie, sweetie pie, I'll get your lovin' by and by. Ooh, shucks, now, sweetie, I declare I'll get your lovin'. Ooh, shucks, I swear, because I need your lovin'. Ooh, shucks, I want your kissing. Ooh, shucks, your big brown eyes. Ooh, shucks, your rosy cheeks. Ooh, shucks, I need you hugging. Ooh, shucks, ooh, shucks, your rosy cheeks, your big brown eyes. Ooh, shucks, will make my temperature rise. Ooh, shucks, oh, Joe, and ooh, my neck. Because I need your loving. Ooh, shucks, I want your kissing. Ooh, shucks, your big pretty eyes. Ooh, shucks, your rosy cheeks, honey. Ooh, shucks, I need your hugging. Ooh, shucks, ooh, shucks. Oh, Giovanni,
That's number 483 on the survey. The sound of the Five Stars from November 57 on George Goldner's Mark X record label. Features Joe Murphy on lead. Ooh Shucks is the name of the tune. Wouldn't you know, the flip side of this 45 comes in at number 482 on the survey. And again, written by Berry Gordy Jr. and Billy Davis under the alias Tyran Carlo. Again, featuring Joe Murphy on lead. 482, the 5 stars on Mark X. It's called Dead Wrong, number 482.
Your best friend, you're dead wrong. Dead wrong. For doing me like you did. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. For doing me like you did. You're dead wrong. Dead wrong. For doing me like you did. But someday you're gonna reap what you sow. I bought you a car. You wanted a home. I bought a home. You wanted to make money don't grow on trees. So what the devil do you think? You're dead wrong. Dead wrong.
With an A and B side for the 5 stars, number 483. Ooh, shucks, that's the flip side, 482. Joe Murphy on lead. Dead Wrong is the name of that one. November 57 release, Mark X Records, and they would have one more release. Goldner put it out on his End record label, and I think they Columbia re-released that that End song on in 61, I think, though. I don't know what the deal was with that, but the group would later record as the Voice Masters with Joe Murphy on lead. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell to get notifications. I know, Darren, sometimes YouTube, they are not always accurate with sending out the emails. Don't ask me why. Everything is supposed to be like automated, but sometimes that never works right. See, when you get AI is involved, you really can't count on it being correct all the time. But anyway, we continue here. This next group, you all know this group from New Haven, Connecticut. They would sign with Al Silver's Ember record label in 1956. Their first release on the Ember, although it first came out on the Standard label, but Ember released it nationally, was In the Still of the Night, and that is a song that would always make it somewhere in probably the top 2 or 3 of all the many surveys, the top oldie surveys that were done, like on CBS FM and other stations. PIX, I think, did it. That was in the top, maybe in the top 5. But the group had 10 releases on the Ember label, and this is their 6th release. Actually, it's the B-side of their 6th release. And when lead singer Fred Parris, he was in the service, the lead singing chores were given to Bill Baker. He took over as the lead of the group, and he's doing lead on this tune from November 57, The Five Satins, coming in at number 481 on the Ember label. It's called Love with No Love in Return, number 481.
Despite the fact it's a wonderful world with many treasures concerned, the very worst thing that could ever be is love, no love in return. Your pocket may be empty, your future may be dark, but if there's someone who loves you, you don't know how lucky you are. I've traveled around to the faraway land, and here's one thing I've learned: there's nothing as bad as a fellow who's had love, no love in return. In return, I'm thankful, my dear, that you'll always be near, for you are all that I yearn, and wherever I go, I will never ever know love, your love, with no love.
That's Bill Baker. Whoops, who's calling here at this time? My mother's watching the show. That's Bill Baker and the Five Satins, coming in at number 481 on the survey from November 1957. It's called Love with No Love in Return. There you go. As we continue here for a Thursday evening, a rare 45 coming in at number 480. It's on Stan Feldman and Ed Portnoy's Ivy Records out of New York City. This is on that yellow Ivy label, Ivy number 102. Probably best known, this label, for what? The Del Tears, Lullaby of the Bells. That would have had to have been the biggest hit on the label. I don't think the Unique Teens was, well, it was big on Hanover Records, although it was also released on the Ivy label. But not much is known about this group. They're called The Five Letters. This came out in October of 1957. The Five Letters on the Ivy label. It's called Your First Love, number 480.
Like your
your first love. Your first love, darling, really thrilled you.
That's number 480 on the survey. They're called the Five Letters. Five Letters from October 57. Your First Love is the name of the tune. That's on the Ivy label out of New York City. I have a duplicate of that available for sale. If anybody needs a copy of that 45, contact me. You can send your requests at vinyltreasures at AOL.com. That is for the Saturday night show. Or the Soul Show on Wednesday night. Had a decent crowd last night on the Soul Show. Let's continue here with entry number 479. This song received 2 mentions with 6 points, and the group dates way back, or I should say the history of this group dates back to 1945, originating from Deke Watson's Brown Dots. They would sign with Jerry Blaine's Jubilee label in 1954. They had 15 releases on the label. This was the group's final release on Jubilee, coming in at number 479, and this song dates back to 1944, first recorded by Paul Allen and the Frankie Carl Orchestra. Let's move all the way up to March of 1957 for this version by a group called the Four Tunes. It features Jimmy Nabby on lead. March 57, the Four Tunes on Jubilee. It's called A Little on the Lonely Side.
I'm a little on the lonely, a little on the lonely side. I keep thinking of you only, wishing you were by my side. You know, my dear, when you're not near, there's no one to romance with. And if I'm seen with someone new, it's just someone to dance with. Every letter that you sent me, I read a dozen times or more. Any wonder that I love you more and more? Oh, how I miss your tender kiss, and just long to hold you tight. I'm a little on the lonely side tonight. Ooh.
Yes, I'm a little bit. Well, I'm just a little bit on the lonely side tonight. And darling, I keep hoping, wishing, and praying to the Lord above. You were right here by my side. You know one thing, my dear, when you're not here, no, there's no one to romance with. But sugar lump, if I'm seen with anyone else, any other chick, yes, you can just bet your bottom dollar she's got some money and someone to dance with.
I'm a little on the lonely side tonight. I'm on the lonely side.
That's That's a nice tune by the Four Tunes, coming in at number 479. Jimmy Nabby on lead. March 57 release, A Little on the Lonely Side is the name of that one on Jubilee Records. And you're not on the lonely side, not on a Thursday afternoon when you're here with Johnny G spinning my 45s here as we count down the 1957 Relic Survey. And the next 11 songs, beginning with this number 478, were all mentioned on one ballot, and they were ranked number 14 of the 20 that you were to pick on your ballot. So this is a group out of Boston, Massachusetts, and this release would be the very first record to come out on Joe Carlton's Carlton label, which was based out of New York City. Now, prior to creating this label, Joe Carlton, he was a former A&R man for RCA Records, but coming in at number 478 are Tommy Frederick and the High Notes from, actually this released in January of 58, but it's close enough for government work for the survey. Tommy Frederick and the High Notes on Carlton, number 478. It's called The Prince of Players.
Who sets the stage every opening day? Who made us all actors in his play? Who gives the cue every step of the way? The Prince of Players, whose manuscript is the universe, who gave us all a lifetime to rehearse, beside us for better or worse. The Prince of Players, who made the sun, the stars, and the moon just to light up each scene below, who wrote the song of faith and love that's played understand, it will stand by you there in the wings till the play is through. The Prince of Players, who made the sun, the stars, and the moon just to light up each scene below. It will stand by you there in the wing till the play is through. The Prince of Players.
That's number 478 on the survey. It's the very first release on Joe Carlton's Carlton record label. That's Tommy Frederick and the High Notes. The Prince of Players is the name of the tune. That one issued in January of 1958. I have a Flexi 78 of that, of this record here. Of course, Tommy Frederick would also have a release, I think, on Coral. He does a good tune on the Coral record label. Johnny G here as we continue. Entry number 477, this group from Long Island, New York. And it was Chris Varela sold me this this record a long, long time ago, as we heard from them earlier, backing up Richard Lanham at number 511 on the song The Day I Met You. That one also, that's on the Acme label. The group included 6 members. 4 were brothers, Albert, Danny Wallace, and Richard Lanham, and he was the youngest of the 4 brothers. Of course, the 2 other members were Bert Brewster and Steve Stewart. This is their 3rd release on the Acme label, coming in at number 477 from September 57. Give a listen to the Tempo Tones. The Tempo Tones on the Acme label. It's called Somewhere There Is Someone, number 477.
Somewhere there is someone that must be meant for me. But where is she? Wherever she is, I should be. Somewhere there is someone. I pray she'll come to me. Why, oh, why can't I see that somewhere there's someone for me? Oh, deep, but I'm lonely and need someone to love. I guess I'll stay lonely until dear God sends me someone to love. Somewhere there is someone. I pray she'll come to me. Why, oh, why can't I see that somewhere there's someone for me?
Yeah, when was the last time you heard that song there? Those are the Tempo Tones coming in at number 477. That's their 3rd release on the Acme record label from September 1957. Somewhere There Is Someone. I normally play the flip side of that. Come Into My Heart, usually to open up like on a Saturday night, but that's the first time I've played that here on the program. Johnny G here on a Thursday. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as YouTube really has sent me some nice emails that the show has really taken off. They're kind of bad with their copyright police stuff, but there's really nothing I can do about those algorithms that are going on as I do the show. But let's continue here as we go back to Harlem, New York for entry number 476. First time I heard this song was on the Time Capsule show. Penciled it down real quick. Finally, I think the first copy I ever bought was at a record show, but it was not the first press. I was disappointed. It was when I was learning about styrene records. You know how much Johnny G loves styrene vinyl. I hate it. But the group's it's the group's 3rd release on the OK record label. Now, their debut single from late 56 became their biggest hit. 2 sides played. I think one side was played here on the East Coast, which I think it was Please Say You Want Me, and Shirley was played like out on the West Coast. But that was their biggest hit, their first record. But this is their 3rd release on the OK record label, and it's Another Girl's Name. It features Leslie Martin on lead. Let's go to July of 1957, number 476. They are called the Schoolboys. The Schoolboys on OK, and their tune is called Pearl.
Go ahead, girl, do what you wanna do. Do you love me like I love you? If you do, please let me know, and I will never, never let you go. Your love is true and your heart is real. I'll win you if you just keep still.
Come on, Pearl, won't you be my girl?
I cry all day when I'm in school. All the other kids say that I'm just a fool, but they don't know what goes on in my mind. I love you more and more all the time. Your love is true and your heart is real. I'll win you if you just keep still. Your love is true and your heart is real. I'll win you if you just keep still.
Come on, Pearl, won't you be my girl?
I cry all day when I'm in school. All the other kids say that I'm just a fool. They don't know what goes on in my mind. I love you more and more all the time. Your love is true and your heart is real. I'll win you if you just keep still. Oh, you. Oh, oh, oh,
That's Leslie Martin and the Schoolboys. That's their third release on the OK record label, song entitled Pearl, released in July of 1957. I bet the flip side, a song called Carol, also made the survey, I would say. But let's continue here as we go to entry number 475 on the survey. It's this group, a spin-off of the Jubilaires, I think, which have been recording since the mid-1940s. Now, the group members here on this group were Theodore Brooks, George McFadden, Johnny Woodson. Of course, he came over from the Crescendos, recording for the Spry label. And the lead singer on this, his name is Johnny Jennings, and they're doing a cover song. This was first recorded by the Casuals on the Backbeat label. They had the first release. I think the Cufflinks also recorded this. I think it was out at the same time. But this version charted number 76 on Billboard, number 3 on KPHO out of Phoenix, Arizona, and it's the group's first of 3 on Gene Autry's Challenge record label. And this is the true first press on a styrene, yuck, and it's that kind of powder blue Challenge label, number 1013. You may own it on the Maroon label, which is 51013. But this is the true first press from December 57. Let's give a listen to the Cufflinks with a K. KUF-LINX. The Cufflinks on Challenge and their rendition of the tune So Tough, coming in at number 475.
Well, she's so tired. That's why I love her. Well, I met a pretty girl. She's walking down the street. The kind of girlie that I like to meet. She had my hair and she's tall and fine. Tell me, darling, will you be mine? I know I love you. why I love her. Love her. Well, that girl and I are happy. We are happy as can be. I loves her and she likes me. We're gonna stay together, just wait and see. Call it love, babe. Yes, sirree. I know I love you, darling. I really love you too. I really love you. So baby, let me hug you. I really love you, darling, and I'll never let you go. Never let you go. 'Cause she's so that's why I love her. Love her so tough. Man, she's tough. Man, look at that girl.
December 1957 release there. They're called the Cufflinks with a K, KUF-LINX. And that features Johnny Jennings on lead. So Tough, doing the Casuals song. Originally came out on the Backbeat record label. That one there on Gene Autry's Challenge record label, the group's first of 3 on Challenge Records. Back out to California we go. This is a rare 45 on Larry Mead and Ray Robinson's Ray record label. This group formed while they were in the Air Force back in 1957. This was their lone release, and this is the intended A-side, and it's a cool cover of a Louis Prima pen tuner. He was at least one of the writers of this song. They wrote it back in 1946. Of course, this song made popular by Willie Winfield and the Harptones. They did it on Bruce in late 1953. But this is a nice rendition, similar in style to, well, I think it's a little bit up-tempo, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, last time I heard it, haven't played it in a while. But it's from October 57, number 474. The group is called The Highlanders. The Highlanders, it's on the Rays label. I said Ray, it's Rays, R-A-Y-S. And let's give a listen to their rendition of the tune, Sunday Kind of Love, The Highlanders.
I'm through with my old love. I loved her through and through. I'm searching for a new love. Can that new love be you? I want a Sunday kind of love, the kind you find on Saturday night. I want love that's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love, Sunday kind of love. I want a love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody to care. I'm just a stone that's rolling nowhere. I want a Sunday kind of love, oh, oh, love. Through my Sunday scheming and all my Sunday dreaming, every minute, every hour, every day, I'm hoping to discover a certain kind of lover who will show me the way. I need someone to know, someone I'll have when nights are cold. I want love that never grows old. Sunday kind of
That's number 474 on the survey. I meant faster than the harp tones version of the tune. October 57, the Highlanders version there came out on the Ray's record label. Their rendition of the tune Sunday Kind of Love. Not an easy 45 to find for you collectors out there. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here on a Thursday. Let's continue here. Number 473 is I guess, well, it's not really a group. It's really a duet. And duet out of New Orleans, Louisiana. This is on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Lamp record label. And they were called the Heartthrobs. And the Heartthrobs, in reality, are Shirley and Lee. And they were, of course, the sweethearts of the blues, Shirley Goodman and Leonard Lee. But on this side, it's just Shirley, and, well, maybe there is a vocal group on this. I don't know. I don't recall. Didn't test this one out. But it's from October 57, comes in at number 473. The Heartthrobs on Lamp Records. It's called All the Way Home, number 473.
Let's walk and talk
all the way home, all the way home.
Stop acting,
Yeah.
let's do this all the way home.
Let's count the stars,
1, 2, 3.
Venus and Mars.
What you do to me?
You and I explore the sky
Oh yes,
all the way home. While the moon is blinking and the stars are twinkling, darling, you're close to me. Let us count up to 7, pretend we're in heaven. What fun that should be!
Just you and I,
All the way home,
side by side,
all the way home.
strolling along, singing a song all the way home.
While the moon is blinking and the stars are twinkling, darling, you're close to me. Let us count up to 7, pretend we're in heaven. What fun that should be! Just you and I,
Sweet little man,
side by side,
you're the best in the land.
strolling along, singing a song.
Oh yes,
All the way home, all the way home, all the way home, all the way home.
So, Big Dave Swinger, I have a question for you. That's a female lead. That sounds like, well, Charlene's got Shirley Goodman here. So, anyway, so maybe those other two guys, you mentioned Virgil Holmes and Otis Blackwell, they might have been in the group there singing in the background. Maybe one of the other, maybe it's not Leonard Lee, but Charlene had Leonard Lee here with Shirley Goodman, October 57. Either way, they're called the Heartthrobs. That's on the Lamp record label, All the Way Home. Of course, this Lamp label had lots of New York acts on the label. This was their kind of, I guess, I don't know, their kind of new talent label where they, Eddie and Leo Mesner had offices set up in some of the big cities to find to find new talent. Cookie's recorded on this label and others from the New York area. But let's continue here on the countdown. Entry number 472. This group is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A first recording for Joe Averbach's Phoebe label back in 1957. This was their first of two on Phoebe. This comes with, I showed you two different flip sides here, but we're doing the common side coming in of those two releases, coming in at number 472. Written by Joe Fabry. He is the baritone of the group. The lead on this, his name is Mickey Sands. This charted number 5 on KQV. KQV, I think it's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is from June of 57, number 472. The Five Playboys. Five Playboys on the Phoebe record label. Charlene's got Dot here, also on Dot Records. And the song is called Pages of My Scrapbook.
I turn the pages of my scrapbook to bring back memories of you. But all I have now is a broken heart, remembering things we used to do. I turn the pages of my scrapbook to bring back memories of all. I recall the things that happened here, many stories still untold. The picnics in the spring, the hayrides in the fall, the merry movie day, the senior prom, most of all. I turn the pages of my scrapbook to bring back memories of you. But all I have now is a broken heart, remembering things we used to do. I turn the pages of my scrapbook to bring back memories of you. But all I have now is a broken heart, remembering things we used to do. Remembering things we used to do.
That is a Joe Shacastano sound there. Great sound of the Five Playboys, June 1957. That's on the Phoebe record label, group out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mickey Sands on lead. The Five Playboys with Pages of My Scrapbook. They have releases also. I think they came out on Dot Records also. They got releases on the Mercury record label, also on Petite Records. It's like a division of Phoebe Records. Have all their 45s in Johnny G's collection. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here for a Thursday afternoon. Let's continue here. This group, originally from Harvey, Illinois, they return here with a flip side. played the B side. Well, I think was it the A side? I don't remember, but it was entry number 502, a song called Q Bop She Bop, as done by the Dells, and this is the flip side here. This is actually the follow-up to Why Did You Have to Go? It's with Al Smith and the orchestra. It's their sixth release of 17 on VJ Records for the Dells. We go to July of 57. The Dells on VJ, as I'm trying to hold back a cough, the Dells on VJ with their tune called A Distant Love, number 471.
We did the life that we lived, I'll never forget. Our love was so true, I'm lost without you, so please come back to me.
Return my love, return my love. My nights are lonely without your love. I love you so, I love you so. Distant love, far across the sea. My love travels away from me. Sea took her way to stay. A distant love, a distant love, a distant love. A distant love.
That's the great sound of the Dells coming in at number 471 from July 57, A Distant Love. That's on Vivian Carter's VJ record label. That's their sixth release on VJ. For you collectors out there, you either want the promos or you want the West Coast Monarch presses, because they play the best. They didn't use that recycled vinyl, as some of those VJ presses come out on that recycled vinyl. They sound really crackly, but not that one. Sounds really nice. Johnny G here on a Thursday as we continue here. Let's go back to New York City to Bess Berman's Apollo record label for this one. This group formed at Charles Evans High School in Manhattan, and they are a favorite here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. This is one of my favorite songs by the group. It's the B-side to their second of four on the Apollo label. The tune written by the baritone of the group. His name is Bobby Thomas. This one from June of 1957, coming in at number 470. The group is called the Cellos. It features Alton Campbell on lead, the cellos on the Apollo label. The song is called Under Your Spell, number 470.
Do, do, do.
You came in my life and broke my heart in two. I'm
the great sound of the Cellos, Alton Campbell and the Cellos, June 1957. That's their second release on Bess Berman's Apollo Records out of New York City. Under Your Spell is the name of the tune. Johnny G keeping you under my spell on a Thursday afternoon. We're here till about 3:30 as we continue with the countdown here. It's a rare 45 on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. Up next, another 45 that Spence Wooten sold to me. Was kind of thrilled to get this record. The lead singer on this, he was a member of an R&B duo recorded for Red Robin Records, Charles and Carl, and he was Carl Hogan as half of that duo, and he was also a member of Richard Barrett's Valentines. Carl Hogan, and he's being backed up by a group here on this called the Miracles. Now, this Miracles included Leon Briggs, John Brisbane, Irving Lee Gale, and Jerry Moore. This came out on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label from February 57, number 469. Carl Hogan and the Miracles. It's called Your Love, parentheses, is All I Need, number 469.
Your love is all I need. Your love is all I plead. Your love is all I need. Your heart is all I crave for you. I'd be your slave. Your love is all I need. If I wasn't kind, I'd pay for my crime. This love forever to be. If you are still mine, I'll see you sometime. This love was made for me. Well, I only know this love will never go, and you're the love for me.
Wow, what a great record that is. Haven't heard that in a while there. It's not cheap either. It's a great tune. It's Carl Hogan and the Miracles, number 469. That one came out in February 57. It's on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. It's called Your Love, parentheses, is All I Need. A great two-sided 45. And glad to feature that one here on the countdown. Let's go back to Philadelphia now for this next group. Entry number 468. 468's on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. This is their second release on the Josie label. Their first one came out in July of 56. It was called If You Love Me. They followed it up with this release in August of 1957. This was a number 6 record on WKBW in Buffalo, New York. The tune written by the group's manager. His name is Benny Burley, and this is, I guess, appropriate for the new year coming up. Want to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year as we go into 2024. Hopefully it would be a better year for all of us. Health is the main thing that we all need. But this is from August 1957, number 468. It's by the Blue Notes. The Blue Notes on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. It's called The Retribution Blues, number 468.
I've got the retribution blues, and I'm about to blow my fuse because the girl I love has really put me down. Now I must bow my head in shame because I know that I'm to blame. Oh, what a price I pay for all my wrong right. I can't go on pretending just to satisfy my pride when I know this is the ending and I'm all washed up inside. Now you can say just what you choose, but when you cheat, you're bound to lose, and then you wind up with retribution blues. I can't go on pretending just to satisfy my pride when I know this is the ending and I'm all washed up inside. Now you can say just what you choose, but when you cheat, you're bound to lose, and then you wind up with the retribution blues.
That's coming in at number 468 on the survey, the Retribution Blues. We don't want that. August 1957, a great tune there by the Blue Notes, their second release on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. Let's go to Newark, New Jersey for entry number 467 on the survey. The founder and lead singer of this group, his name is George Kerr. Of course, he would become a legendary producer, songwriter, and arranger for over 6 decades in his career. And as a teen, he was a founder of this group called the Serenaders. And their first release, I should say, came out on the Chock Full of Hits label, released in December of 1957. MGM Records would pick it up in February of 58. Now, the interesting thing about this song is that the writer credit on the true first press, if you own this on a Chock Full of Hits, check your writer credit. If yours says Kerr-Walters, that is the true first press of the Chock Full of Hits release. But if it says Joe Scott, that is the second release for that record. Of course, if you own it on MGM Records, it says Scott as the writer credit on that. I don't know what happened with that. But anyway, mine says Kerr Walters. I'll show it to you again here. December 57, I'm featuring it on Chock full of Hits, number 467. George Kerr on lead with the Serenaders. It's called Never Let Me Go. The Serenaders, number 467.
Just let me love tonight. Forget about tomorrow. Remember, darling, I love you. Never let me go. Oh no, 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 never let you go. Dry your eyes. No, no, no tears, no sorrow. Remember, darling, I love you. Never let me go. My darling, you're so wonderful. You're so marvelous, so irresistible. I thank the Lord for sending you to me from up above. Give me your arms, your lips, your love. Remember, darling, I love you. Never let me go. No, never let you go.
There you go. Those are the Serenaders. Serenaders coming in at number 467, December 1957. I featured it on the Chock full of Hits label. Never Let Me Go is the tune. Of course, Joe Scott, I think that was an alias for Don Roby. He wrote that song for Johnny Ace, because Johnny Ace did that record first. But I guess kind of adapted a little bit by the lead singer there, George Kerr. So he had to give the writer credit to Joe Scott. So that's how come that record was re-released with the different writers. Let's continue here on Vinyl Treasures as we continue till 3:30 here. We go to Philadelphia, PA for this next group, and they would have their biggest hit in 1957 with a song called Peanuts. That was their second of 12 on the OK record label, reached up to number 22 on the Billboard chart, and it featured Little Joe Cook on lead. But the B-side comes in at number 466 on the survey. Tune written by the lead singer. This was a 45 my Aunt Mary purchased back in the summer of 1957. She played both sides of the record. The A-side called Peanuts. This is the B-side, July 57, number 466. Little Joe and the Thrillers on this. Little Joe and the Thrillers. You want to own this one on the vinyl promo. It's called Lily Lou, number 466.
Lily Lou,
July 57 release for Little Joe and the Thrillers. It's a B-side, the B-side to Peanuts, coming in at number 466 on the OK record label, song entitled Lily Lou, as we continue here on the countdown for this next group. Coming in at number 465, they're out of Dearborn, Michigan. They recorded for George Braxton's Fox label, which was out of Detroit, Michigan. Now, this group included Tom Hurst, tenor Tom Hurst, Bob Broderick, second tenor, Bernie Turnbell, he was the baritone, Don Davenport, he was the bass, and the lead singer of this group, his name was Ron Morris. Collectively, they were known as the Laredos, and I'm featuring side one here, coming in at number 465. Remember when Greg Zurich sold me my copy of this 45, September 1957, coming in at 465 on the Fox label, the Laredos. Their tune is called Now the Parting Begins, number 465.
And now the parting begins. The way we loved was in. Yes, we talked it over then. You decided this way, my dear. I miss you so. I didn't ever want you to go, 'cause I really love you so. But you want it this way.
You brought me a new love, yes, and I thought it was a true love. Now you're walking out on me. You say it's over, yes, yes, all over. You're hurting me, can't you see?
It's over and done. You played the game and won. Yes, darling, you had your fun. You've had it your way.
Coming in at number 465 on the survey, those are the Laredos. Laredos with Ron Morris on lead, September 57 release. Now the Parting Begins. Not quite yet, but that one there on the Fox record label out of Detroit, Michigan. Of course, they also backed up Danny Zella with his release on the Dial label, and also on Danny Zella, recorded for Fox Records. I'm sure many of you know a song called Wicked Ruby. Darren, I'm sure you have that record. What did I say? I got Wicked here. It's Wicked Ruby. And this Laredos group would eventually evolve to become the Reflections, that recorded for Golden World. You know the song called Just Like Romeo and Juliet. Well, this group evolved into that group. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon. We're almost done here on the show for this afternoon. But let's go to the Bronx, New York for entry number 464. It's their second of two on the RCA subsidiary Vic Records. It features 13-year-old Paul Himmelstein on lead. Now, of course, Vic Records were previously, it was known as X Records, and this is from October 1957. This is their follow-up to 1, 2, I Love You. Let's give a listen to the Heartbreakers, Paul Himmelstein and the Heartbreakers on the Vic label. This is the harder of their two singles. It's coming in at number 464. It's called Love You Till the Day I Die. The Heartbreakers.
You make me feel so good, feel like I could fly. That's why I'm gonna love you till the day I die. The way you walk down the street when you pass me by. You make me feel so good, the way you wink your eye. That's why I'm gonna love you till the day I die. When you walk by, I flip my lid, my heart was yours to take. I asked you for a date, and when I did, my heart did rumble like a giant earthquake. Well, all your cute flirting ways makes me love you so. I want it understood, I'll never let you go. That's why I'm gonna love you till the day I die. When you walk by, I flip my lid, my heart was yours to take. I asked you for a date, and when I did, my heart did rumble like a giant earthquake. Well, all your cute flirting ways makes me love you so. I want it understood, I'll never let you go. That's why I'm gonna love you till the day I die. Love 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 you till the day I die.
Coming in at number 464 on the survey, that's Paul Himmelstein and the Heartbreakers. That's their second release on the Vic label from October 1957. Love You Till the Day I Die is the name of the tune. That's their harder one to find. Not easy to find that 45 on the Vic record label. We continue here, move to number 463 on the survey. Now, the lead singer of this group previously sang lead with the Larks, but after he left the Larks, he formed another group. He decided to call them the Serenaders. The group would do a session with High Weiss, and High Weiss would release this on a label called Whiz Records, and this tune dates back to 1928 as done by Henry Thies and the Hotel Sinton Orchestra, featuring Don Dewey on vocals. But let's give a listen to this rendition from March of 1957, coming in at number 463. Gene Mumford and the Serenaders on the Whiz record label, their rendition of the tune When You're Smiling, number 463.
When you're smiling, yes, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Yes, when the sun comes shining through. But when you cry, yes, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing. Yes, be happy, happy again. Keep on smiling. 'Cause when you smiling, the whole world smiles with you. 'Cause when you crying, you bring on rain. So stop your sighing. Yes, be happy, happy again. Keep on smiling. 'Cause when you smiling, and then the whole world smiles with you.
There you go, March 1957 release there for Gene Mumford and the Serenaders. That one there on the Whiz record label, coming in at number 463. When You're Smiling is the name of the tune. Johnny G is always smiling unless I am sick with a cough, and then I am not smiling. But let's continue here with number 462 as we head out to Los Angeles, California, to the Bahari Brothers Modern record label for the Cadets, a.k.a. the Jacks. Either way, this is their 12th of 14 releases on the Modern record label, and it gives credit to the bass lead of the group, Will Jones and the Cadets. The tune written by George Mottola. This is from March of 57. The Cadets, Will Jones and the Cadets, for number 462. It's called Love Can Do Most Anything. This is on the Modern record label.
Boom, be-doo, shidoo-doo-doo, boom, boom, be-doo. Whoa, shidoo-doo-doo, boom, whoa. Love can make a millionaire give up his money. Whoa, a rainy day turns sunny. Whoa, love can do most anything. Oh, love can make a mountain easy to climb. Whoa, a gold mine easy to find. Whoa, love can do most anything. Now love can make the dreams you dream at night come true. Love can make you laugh or cry. Love can make the wisest man act just like a fool. Love will never, never die. Oh, love can make a Maharaja give up his throne. Woo, find a love to call his own. Woo, love can do most anything. Make you laugh or cry. Love can make the wisest man act just like a fool. Love will never, never die. Oh, love can make a Maharaja give up his throne. Woo, find a love to call his own. Woo, love can do most
There you go, number 462 on the survey. That's the bass lead. Will Jones on lead with the Cadets, March 1957 release on the Bahari Brothers modern record label. Love Can Do Most Anything is the name of the tune at number 462. Let's go to number 461. We'll probably close with one more record after this as we go back to Philadelphia, PA. Actually, this group is made up of members from three different groups. Three of the members were from the Turbans: Earl Worsham, John Christian, and James Oscar Williams. Were from the Turbans. Roosevelt Simmons, he was from the Sensations, and Kent Peeler, he was from the Dreamers that recorded for the Grand record label. They all joined forces with this release on George Gollner's Mark X record label, and the up-tempo side comes in at number 461. This is from September 57, number 461. Let's give a listen to the Universals. The Universals on George Gollner's Mark X record label. It's called Teenage Love, number 461.
Oh, my teenage love, you like a rose spring, my teenage love. You are my everything, my teenage love. You know that you're in my heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, my teenage love, you need the more to go, my teenage love. You made yourself a home, my teenage love. Right here in my heart. Real, baby, 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 baby. I love you so. Need you, 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 need you more than you know. Oh, my teenage love, you be forever mine, my teenage love. Until the end of time, my teenage love. Oh, yes, you're mine. Real.
There you go. We coming in at number 461 on the survey, the sound of the Universal, September 1957 release. George Gollner's Mark X record label. Teenage Love is the name of the tune. It sounds like, didn't that sound like what's his name? Jimmy Wright and the orchestra backing him up on that one? It did to me. But anyway, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show on this Thursday afternoon. Hope you dug on all the cool tunes. I'm sure there were some records you've never heard there before, or it's been a while. So even for me to hear some of these records hasn't been first time plays here on the program. So I hope you enjoyed the tunes this afternoon as much as I enjoy bringing them to you on a Thursday afternoon. Thank you for spending your time with your fellow DJ here on YouTube. And again, if you have a request, you want to send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is for the Saturday night show this coming up this Saturday. Also for Wednesday night Soul Show, you can send me the requests there. They all come in that way. I think the show is as posted. I think I saw it posted up there. So I got to double check it, see if there's any copyright issues there. I don't think there is, because you wouldn't see the show posted if that was the case. But Johnny G is hungry, and we're going to close the show. We're going to close the show tonight with number 460. It is a flip side that we heard earlier on Max Feartag's Flip record label out of Los Angeles, California. It's the third release for Richard Berry and the Pharaohs. We heard the flip side of this at number 541, called Sweet Sugar You, as done by Richard Berry and the Pharaohs. But this is the flip side here at number 460 from October 1957. It's called Rock, 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 parentheses, This Dance is Crazy. And I think it was also released on the third issue of Louie Louie on flip number 327. But this is flip what? I'm sorry. What was that? Yeah, flip 321 also had that as the flip of Louie Louie. Anyway, John G losing his mind. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. I'll see some of you this coming Saturday live on the program. If not, you check it out on the archive. If not, we'll be back. We got the Soul Show next year. It'll be the first show this coming Wednesday, and the last show of the year will be Saturday for Johnny G, at least for the year of 2023, as I'm losing my voice. And it's time for Johnny G to go. So thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so, and also click the bell to get notifications when Johnny G goes live. So everybody, if I don't see you on Saturday night, have a wonderful new year. I'll see you next year right here on the program. And everybody have a safe and happy new year, and I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long, Richard Berry.
Rock, rock, yes, rock me all night long. Yes, rock me all night long. Come on, baby. Rock, rock. This dance is simply crazy. Rock, rock. I need someone to rock, rock, rock. Yes, rock me all night long. Now hold me close now. Don't let go now. Rock, rock. And I need someone to rock, rock. Well, rock, yes, rock, girl, rock me all night long. Put your arms around me, honey, hold me tight. Rock and roll from left to right. Squeeze me, baby, please don't stop now. Pretty baby, rock, rock, rock. Come on, baby. Rock, rock. Yes, this dance is simply crazy. Rock, rock. And I need someone to rock, rock, rock. Yes, rock, rock me all night long. Well, rock, girl, rock, well, rock me all night long. Yes, rock, well, rock me all night long. Rock, rock, yeah.